Okay, it's a new day. It's the second part. I went into kind of clean up the homework assignment that I've got posted there that you can get to. Listen, 46 of you have already started attacking the homework, and we haven't even got it done. I didn't even explain it all to you, and I was looking, and so good job. Most of it is stuff that you've probably learned before, but it's still okay. For those of you who haven't started, you're not behind. You're good. Everything's good. Well, this is, I'm talking to you on January 18th. If you're listening to this on February 11th, you might be in a little trouble, but if it's January 19th or 20th, you're fine. Okay, so let's talk about conversions. All right, let's just talk about conversions and how do we do conversions. And the other thing that I do on these things is I have these lab notes or these homework notes. And let me show you what this looks like while I'm doing it. All right. I've got this little thing called the ladybug. You see me hitting here, and it comes on. I haven't had her on in a long time since we've been to break. And there it is. So I got to get it all aligned here. Get the cords out of the way. This thing has long cords. So let's see if we can expand this a little bit. Homework number 1, notes. All right, so let's look at some conversions and how do we do conversions. All right, I'll show you how we do conversions. Well, first of all, let's say we've got to go from, let's take a long conversion here. Let's say I want to find 1 foot or 3 feet is how many meters? Okay. Well, I'm going to build this a long way, and I hate doing this to you, but I can't help it. All right. This is going to be kind of fun. All right. Well, here's what I do know. Now, I've forgotten a lot of things here, but I do know this, that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. Okay. So divide this by 2.54 and divide this one by 2.54. Notice I get a 1 over here. So 1 centimeter is equal to how many inches? So I got to take that. Oh my goodness. Forgot to have my calculator out. Sorry. So go get my calculator. So 1 inch, so basically what I'm doing is 1 divided by 2.54 because I had to divide both sides by 2.54. Then I'll show you the real easy way to do it. 1 divided by 2.54 is equal to 0.394 inches. Okay, 0.394 inches. Okay, well, so I'm doing it completely backwards, what we're trying to do. All right. What the hell am I doing? Oh, I went back. Sorry. This is what I get for working out too hard before I come in. Yeah, man, boy, did I get fat over break. So anyway, so here we go. We got 3 feet is how many meters? Here we go. Let's start over again. So here's what I want to do. I go, well, I know that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how many meters is 3 feet. Well, I know that 1 inch is, so I'll go 12 inches, then multiply that by 12, which is 1 foot. So I'll multiply both sides by 12, 2.54, 12. So I get 12 times 2.54 is equal to 30.48 centimeters. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll say, okay, so this gives me 1 foot. So now I'll take this, multiply by 3, and I get 1 foot. 3 times 1 foot, now I'll multiply this by 3. Times 3, So I'll take 3 times 30.48 centimeters is equal to, so 3 feet is equal to 91.44 centimeters, or 0.9144 meters, because there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Okay, so I divide by 100. If I divide both sides by 100, so if I have that many centimeters, how many to the meter, how many meters is that? So it's 0.914 meters. Okay, well, that's not hard. You want to see the easy way to do that? Watch this. Watch and learn. Okay, you go here. For those of you that are new to this math science game, you go Google search, and we'll say, okay, what is 3 feet to meters? 3 feet is 0.9144 meters. That's a much easier way to do it. That's a much easier way to do it. Okay? So all the conversions you can just do that way. Now, one of the things, here's the deal, and then I'll stop this one. So let's go look at this conversion again. 1 kilogram, this is on Earth, it's 2.2 pounds, and 1 pound is equal to 0.45 kilograms. 1 mile is 1.61 kilometers. That's kind of fun to figure out. I mean, we could do that because we know that 1 kilometer is 0.62 miles. When I was in Okinawa, all right, when I was in the Marines in Okinawa, everything was in kilometers per hour. I'm writing things down. When I was in Okinawa, everything was in kilometers per hour. Okay, and so I came up with a quick and there's also quick and dirty ways to do conversions. So 60 kilometers per hour, being kind of a math geek, I was like, oh, since kilometers per hour is equal to, since 1 kilometer is equal to 0.62 or 0.61 miles, I was like, okay, let's convert this kilometers to miles. And a quick and dirty way, since it's 0.62, is if you divide it by, if you have it, take 50% of this. So you take 60 divided by 2, which is 50%, and then add 10%, because look, it's about 60% of a mile. It's real close. Plus 10%. So I'd do this, you get 30 plus 6. It's about 36 miles per hour, ballpark. That's an approximation. That's a quick and dirty way you can convert. So if you guys are traveling in Europe or anywhere else besides the United States, and you get your rental car and it's in kilometers per hour, you know the conversion, you know how fast you're going, so 100 kilometers per hour. 100 kilometers per hour, you divide by, again, to get it in miles per hour, you take half of it, take 50%, you get 50, plus 10% plus 10 is ballpark 60 miles an hour. Ballpark, okay? So those are some quick and dirty conversions you can do. Now, the main conversion that we do is we take miles per hour, miles in an hour, and convert that to meters per second. And then I'll show you the quick and dirty thing that we do to multiply by that, okay? So you take miles. All right, so let's convert 1 mile per hour, 1 mile in 1 hour, into a meters per second. Well, times, okay, well, there are 1,600 meters in 1 mile. So what I've done here is essentially, there's 1,600 meters in 1 mile. So what I've done is, or 1,609, let's go with 1,609, is basically, this term is a 1, times, and then in 1 hour, how many seconds are there? Well, there's 60 minutes times 60 seconds. So that's one, so that comes out to be 1 hour divided by 3,600. Okay. It's actually what that comes out to be. So we'll cross out that term. And so you wind up with this miles per hour, mph, converts to 0.447 meters per second. All right. So in other words, if somebody throws a fastball 95 miles per hour, throw a fastball 95 miles per hour, all you got to do is multiply by 0.447 meters per second. This is your factor that's going to get rid of your miles per hour. Okay, and so that comes down to 95 times 0.447. Whoops. And you wind up with 42.5 roughly meters per second. So that's a conversion factor that we use a lot. All right, we're going to stop here because this is going on too long.